Ladies and gentlemen, welcome once again to the Monday Night War Stories. No Cell Entertainment's weekly look at the war between Nitro and Raw. And wow, is WCW firing on all cylinders right now. They couldn't be hotter, and now they're coming off of a huge pay-per-view with Fall Brawl. WWF needing to counter going into Mind Games and their go-home show. Can they recover? I don't like the sense I'm getting from the rest of the room on that one.
Yeah.
Not a lot of good vibes there.
The Despair Squid.
The Despair Squid? What the hell's a Despair Squid?
You'd have to watch Red Dwarf.
I've heard good things about that show.
Awesome. It's awesome.
I've also heard good things about the voice of a generation, the Onitoshi Jeff Mack.
I haven't.
With me as always, the dashing Joseph Lessel.
Who told you that? Your mom? You're good, Jeff.
No, all I hear is you're a disappointment and a failure.
Wow.
That's about right.
Wow.
Right.
Is this a shoot podcast now?
Somebody who has actually met my mother because it's your aunt. The Human Wrestling Database Corey Mack.
That is very true. I won't hear a bad word about her.
There you go.
Any match you just come from, Corey?
Huh?
Oh yeah, where
you been this
Oh,
week?
well, I took a week off.
Oh yeah.
You know,
You and Dory.
what happened is I was going to go back to Von Erich, to Dallas, but fucking Fritz stiffed me on the upfront pay. So I stiffed him by not showing up to the goddamn show.
Who are you supposed to work that week?
Oh, goddamn Gino Hernandez, who's a coked up monkey.
How long is that match going to go?
It was supposed to go 12. It depends on how coked he was at the time. It could have gone 2.
Is this the point where they come out before the match, have a celebration, and then tell you just put him down?
Yeah. Then there's always the chance to take on a Von Erich, but we all know that's a crapshoot. So
That might be a crash landing.
So you mean it's an episode of Raw?
Yeah.
I wonder if we'll have another one of those again tonight. But before we get to the fun and enjoyment that is Monday Night Raw in 1996, we get to the thing that actually everybody was watching. Nitro. And we are coming to you September 16th, 1996, from the Asheville Civic Center in Asheville, North Carolina.
still solidly in Flair country.
The beautiful, beautiful fans of North Kakalaki. Always on the side of the Horsemen. And as we start this show, we get our review of War Games. And Joe, didn't work really well for WCW, did it?
No, it did not. I'm still stunned.
Mm-hmm.
So.
About to say, we get the review of what happened in the match, and then the aftermath.
Those NWO bastards.
And again, the ultimate question that is even brought up by commentary here. How did they know he wasn't in Japan? It's Sting. He's promoting your tour for next week. How'd you know he wasn't in Japan?
I blame the NWO.
Speaking of the NWO,
That's a stretch.
What happened was
they covered up his travel plans.
exactly. He told the secretary that he's like, "Here's all my information you're gonna need. I'm gonna be in Japan for the next."
Didn't WCW book him to go to Japan that week?
Yes.
Yes. So what happened was NWO sent their little flunkies into the office, and they took the paperwork and destroyed it.
Oh.
That's what happened.
That sounds like bullshit.
No,
Yeah.
that's what happened.
Typical WCW incompetence.
my insider.
You're an insider. He's the same insider as JR.
Hey.
I've none of that.
But
But anyways, we do see our junior members of the NWO are busy before the match, or before the show, handing out flyers at the door.
Corey, were you one of them?
No, I was already a scene. I'm not part of the NWO, and I just call it like it is. The voice of reason on this podcast.
But not the voice of a generation, because that'd be me.
That's right. He won the award.
According to the website, no. But anyways, what do the Flyers say? Bad just arrived, and we're here to stay. Okay. That's not good, but that's okay. Because I'm sure WCW will find a way to fight back, right? Sting's at least not with the NWO now, right? We'll get to that later. Because we have to get to our first match. Cruiserweight Championship on the line. As Juventud Guerrera takes on Rey Mysterio Jr.
There's a fucking way to start your show.
Woo! Shit.
How did Hoovy get a title shot already?
Because you want to put the two highest flyers possible to start your show to get the crowd pumped?
Yes, and if you want the honest answer, WCW, this is how they booked. They would, they would have the people that worked the pay-per-view the night before would, of course, all be on the road, so they would all go to Nitro as well.
Yeah.
And if you notice from here on out, I want you to pay simple attention to this if you can. The night after a pay-per-view, see how many of the wrestlers just trade opponents.
Oh, yeah. That would make sense with what we see here tonight.
Yeah.
As for the match, we start off. Ray has that backstretch that Hoovy just turns into a DDT. Freaking awesome. Hoovy then with a fall-away slam that gets 2. Ray falls with a spin heel kick. And Tony Schiavone is like, y'all notice the bandages on the abdomen of Rey Mysterio Jr.? Oh, those must be from last night. I've never seen those before.
I believe I called that out like last week or 2 weeks ago.
2 weeks ago, yeah, when that started. Yeah, you did.
Shivani didn't pay much attention to the fucking luchadors.
But Larry was like, oh, damaged ribs.
Yeah, we'll go with that. Hoovy goes springboard, but Ray counters with the drop kick. Gets that 619 feint. And then a springboard Frankensteiner to the outside. Back into the ring. Hoovy springboard spin heel kick. Sends Ray to the outside. Hits a baseball slide to get a little more space. Then hits an Asai moonsault to the ramp. Not fun for anybody. Rolls Ray back in. Springboard 450 splash. That gets 2. He then hits a Super Frankensteiner. That gets 2. This is not a slow match by any stretch of the imagination.
Truly fast-paced.
What's going on outside? Because, this match's just not keeping my attention. Let's go to the outside and see what's going on there.
Why? This is a good match.
Yeah, no, we gotta go see the kind of a pep rally happening outside with the NWO Youth Division.
I don't understand. The NWO is taking over quality matches right now.
Yeah, the last thing I cared about right now is the NWO. I just wanted to watch more of this match.
I did too.
The NWO isn't producing this television show. The NWO isn't running the cameras.
But anyways, the end of the match, my God. Hoovy goes for a super power bomb. Right from the top. Ray turns it into a super Frankensteiner for the 3.
That was a badass.
Absolutely stuns the announce crew. The crowd goes ape shit for it. I have my jaw on the floor because that's just one of the best moves I've ever seen.
I was at a Les Schwab when I had to watch when I was watching this match. I marked out on my chair.
I would too, yeah.
So
your winner is Rey Mysterio Jr., who's still the Cruiserweight Champion.
What if I were to tell you that I saw matches between these two in Mexico in 94 and 95 that make this match look like Ahmed versus fucking Bulldog from In Your House in April?
Oh.
Yeah.
I can literally, I don't know if I've seen a better move than that end. That was amazing. We head to the back where Mike Tenay still doing his duty as the interviewer instead of Mean Gene.
Where's Gene?
Where is Gene?
Oh, yeah, we were going to talk about this. He's gone.
From the company?
Yep.
What the fuck?
Contract ran out, little money issues. He was also, he had some health problems at the time.
Okay.
But the main issue is that they just didn't come to terms on a new contract yet. He will be back. They're working on it. But for a little while here in the fall of 96, there's no Mean Gene.
Because I'm not going to lie, Mike Tenay is not good as the interview guy.
Well, yeah, because he has never done it before.
Yeah.
He looks scared.
He does. Oh, the one later is horrible. But here he is with Benoit, Mongo, and Deborah. And basically they said...
What? What are you doing?
I'm gonna literally break your fingers so they can't go together.
When Deborah's on screen, the four fingers go up.
Fucking hate everything right now. They
Baby
said
doll.
if Sting and Lex let them down, there would be repercussions. And tonight, the repercussions happen. And they were going to take out Lex and Sting.
Yeah, fuck, I mean, goddamn, I wouldn't want to face these two. Wrath Mongo is going to clip you in the knee. Benoit is going to wrap you in a blanket and smother you. I mean, he's going to wrestle you.
No. Benoit's just going to choke you out.
With the workout equipment.
With the workout equipment.
We then go to a very special video package. A special look at Glacier.
Fuck me.
And basically this entire thing explains why this gimmick is a fucking mess.
This.
Oh my god, 8 months of this crap.
This video took me out of wanting to ever watch him wrestle.
Oh, what I did was, my dad wanted me to sell cars, and I said no, so I went to Japan and learned Kung Fu, Jung Fu, Ju Fu, karate.
I myself am proficient in Jufru.
Yeah.
Did you learn that one from Heyman?
Yeah.
Basically, he learned all these types of karate and kung fu to become the greatest karate guy of all time.
My favorite part is the pathetic explanation of why he chose the name Glacier.
Go on.
Well, because he's like a small or large immobile block of ice in an ocean.
That's what I want to hear about my wrestler. Large and immobile.
The one thing, because I was still at the Les Schwab during this, and I started laughing my ass off with the last line. Be cool. It's like, god damn it.
For our listeners who don't live in the Pacific Northwest, Joe was at a tire store.
I know.
My favorite part is he's explaining the symbols that are on him. And the one is that glacier symbol that he has on his belly. And he's saying it's a Japanese character. That's not any form of kanji ever used. That's just a weird fucking symbol.
What about the face on the back? Because it always has his back.
Basically, it's to tell him that evil is always at his back. Always behind him, because it's the face of an Oni.
-5 stars.
We already got to the match
So
yet.
are you telling me Glacier's white?
Yep.
Yes.
He's a white guy?
Yes.
Okay.
We'll talk more about this later.
When we get to him, Corey can break it down.
Because you know what we have to get to now? Our next match.
More Glacier?
No.
More Deborah?
But funny enough, still staying cold. Because it's time for the ice train. With Teddy Long, and he's taking on Diamond Dallas Page.
Dun. What?
Jobber entrance.
What the fuck?
Full ice train entrance.
You know,
DDP jobber entrance.
if there's one thing I cannot abide by, it is a DDP jobber entrance.
Me and Corey may fight about among things, but DDP's generic music needs to be played.
It's gold.
Zabisco questions two things right now.
Yeah.
A, where's Gene?
And two, why is there no DDP music?
No. Why does Sting not have any balls?
Whoa.
He basically questions his manhood here.
I can't imagine why this guy's fed up with your head. I can't imagine why he would want to
He's got his feelings hurt. He should just grow a pair and be a man about it. This is wrestling, not ballet.
Larry's is speaking his own mind. He's not speaking for me. I started at Sting's back.
Oh, do you now?
Yes, I do.
You'll have more of it later on.
Is he wearing a giant replica of your face on his back?
Wait, no, that's on the back of Glacier.
That's Glacier.
As for the match,
Dude.
DDP with a nice swinging neck breaker, that gets two. I always loved his discus clothesline. Always a good point. Ice train, belly to belly suplex, then a bear hug spine buster. Follows that up with a power slam, that gets two. Running splash, that gets two. And then we cut to the concourse, where there's the WCW merch stand. about as low rent as it could possibly be.
Yeah.
My God, that was horribly made. And the NWO youth have now barricaded themselves around the merch booth,
Peaceful protest.
saying, "Who wants to buy this crap?" I mean, there's some good stuff there. That jean button-down shirt, according to Bagwell, will get me all the ladies. So,
Well, if anybody would know.
we cut back. Oh wait, no, we're still out at the merch booth. The bell rings. The match is over.
What the fuck?
Right? Camera work this week by the WCW cameraman is terrible.
My favorite part is then Shivani says, "Well, we have a 1, 2, 3." And we cut back into DDP's hands being raised.
Yeah.
We get the replay of what happened. Ice Train had a full Nelson on DDP. They're working their way towards the side of the ring where Teddy Long's standing on the apron for some unexplained reason. Here are guys winning.
Yeah.
Why the fuck are you on the apron?
Because you're Teddy Long.
Nick Patrick's like in between the group and Teddy Long. Doesn't see it when DDP reaches over to Teddy Long, grabs the towel, flips it over Nick Patrick's head into the ring.
I think Nick Patrick saw that. And
I don't think so.
He ignored it.
I mean, if you watch the replay, it's clear he didn't see it.
No, we might be looking at something different, buddy.
But anyways, this is called Ice Train is forfeited. Your winner is DDP.
So my takeaway is DDP isn't important enough to get an entrance or the ending of his match on TV.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, commentary was not dubbed over the replay.
Yeah, right? Notice that?
But you know what we did get?
His music.
Dun 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 dun.
So I was pleased there.
Also,
Good God.
there is no longer a WCW merch booth.
What?
There is now an NWO merch booth.
How can fans buy their Glacier t-shirts that are for
Can
Horsemen
you
or
imagine if
Sting?
there was a Glacier t-shirt? My God.
Oh, there had to be.
What a world we lived in.
I'm gonna
Joe.
look that up later on.
Also, we have a visitor. Out in the audience, somebody has come to watch the show, has pretty good tickets.
Oh, yeah?
That gentleman being Sean Waltman,
All right.
Oh.
the 1, 2, 3 kid.
1, 2, 3 kid is watching.
He's a free agent.
Yeah.
He's been doing some stuff over in Japan, I guess.
Uh-huh.
And he has come here to watch the show.
Cool.
And yeah, he's just sitting there around, crowd around him.
It's always good to bring more talent into WCW.
The commentary team already making assertions about his alliance to the NWO.
Kind of like Sting. That worked out well.
This is true. Today, in for the next call, as we have the Mexican Heavyweight Championship on the line. As Super Callo takes on Conan with Jimmy Hart. Hey, and guess what Conan found? The Heavyweight Championship of Mexico.
Why was it not at the pay-per-view, but it's on Nitro?
The next night in the same state.
Maybe Hoovy wasn't a serious contender in Conan's mind, but Callo posed a threat. So he had to bring the belt down in case he lost it.
Maybe.
Who knows? Callo off to the fast start in this match with a Tope Suicida Senton Splash. That would get Morrow just all worked up.
I was half expecting you to just yell Mamma Mia right now.
Mamma Mia! I cannot do a Morrow.
What are you doing?
Vince as Morrow?
Well, then let me... Yeah, that's interesting. Mamma Mia! Fuck it, pal!
Mamma Mia, pally.
Conan with the super arm drag off the top. That gets
there
two.
you go.
Then a gut-wrench sit-out power bomb. That gets two. Callo answers springboard twisting crossbody. Conan then with a reverse DDT. That gets two. And then, of course, his somersault lariat, which is always a fun show. Callo with an inverted super Frankensteiner. But Conan didn't come off quite right.
No.
And he lands directly on top of Super Callo.
Yeah, I noticed that. I was like, that did not go smoothly.
From there, Callo with the senton planche to the outside. Then that missile dropkick to the outside, which I hate watching him take that bump.
It's brutal.
Conan back in with a package DDT.
As Shivani or Tanae call it, a brainbuster.
That's a DDT. That's a fucking DDT. Which I guess both are. That gets 2. Then an Alabama slam with the flip pin over by Conan. That gets 2. But he's had enough. Lock him in. Splash Mountain for the 1, 2, 3. Your winner and still champion, Conan.
Who, in my opinion, is completely miscast as a member of the Dungeon of Doom.
I don't even know how he got into the dungeon.
Nobody does.
Nobody does.
Just Saturday night? Alright, hey buddy, you're part of dungeon now.
Oh.
Okay.
Okay, say for loco, yeah.
I think that
want you
happened
to
on Pro.
I want you to be a 90s, cholo.
I could do that, Holmes.
But instead of Tanae going and interviewing the winner,
He still plays that role today.
Yeah,
instead of interviewing the winner, he goes over to interview Sean Waltman.
of course.
And he just was here to see what's going on. By the way,
Today's awful accusatory in
yeah.
this fucking interview.
what the hell do you mean you don't know what happened in the main event of War Games
Yeah,
last
he's
night?
all like, yeah, right, you don't know.
It's like, I was on an airplane. I don't know what happened. Who won? Who won?
Oh, you know the NWO won.
Oh, it's shucky darns.
Dang.
So yeah, that's a shit interview. We get our Saturday night promo. And then, I don't think there's anything good happening on that show.
Nah, not really.
Our next match, Hugh Morris takes on Brad Armstrong.
Why is this on Nitro?
Yeah, can we just go like...
There's a couple, I only have like 3 sentences for this.
That's more than you should have.
Basically, the first thing is, Tony is still apologizing to Sting.
And he damn well should be.
Over and over. If he could get on his knees and blow the guy to get his groove back,
He probably
would.
did. Tony got his groove back by sucking dick.
I will say this. There is actually some fun back and forth in the early part of this match. It's fine. Eventually, Hugh Morris hits a power slam, goes up top, no laughing matter, his moonsault. Goes for a lazy pin, just laying up against Armstrong. Armstrong turns a crucifix pin, gets the quick 1, 2, 3, and the win. Your winner, Brad Armstrong.
I hate that ending. That is such a trope in wrestling, V. Lazy, cocky pin into crucifix for surprise win. I hate it.
Especially off of a moonsault that makes no sense.
This was terrible. Why is this even on TV?
To get us to hour 2. And inside of hour 2, we start with a promo as Mike Tenay at the side of the ramp waits for the Macho Man.
Because he wants to show Macho the still photos from last night.
I don't think Macho sees him when he first comes out, walks right past him for a while.
Well, he was looking for Gene.
Yeah, he's looking for Gene. What the fuck?
Gene.
But we get our review of last night, and God, Macho's promo here is just fucking classic.
No, it's Macho.
It is absolutely top notch. Just saying.
You know what's top notch? That T-shirt he's wearing probably sold more than that dumb NWO shirt.
Seeing how that thing was fully sequinized, it probably cost like $150.
Probably sold
Probably
more.
not.
Probably
I
sold
don't even know
more.
if they sold that.
Oh no, it did that one.
Did they do that one?
Yeah.
Not quite Macho-ized.
Not Macho Eyes, yeah. But he heads to the ring because he's in the next match. But before that, we cut to the outside where there's a tailgate party happening by the NWO. The actual members of the NWO this time.
They're drinking outside. They should be arrested.
My favorite part is limos and red Solo cups. Just to let you know it's a party.
They should be arrested.
Well, listen to you, Narc. Come on,
I'm
man.
just saying.
Party pooper.
They're drinking outside. That's against the law.
And I don't know about the laws of North Carolina. I don't know if that's actually a law there. Also, they could be in the parking lot, I guess, but...
No, they're on the street.
Also, is that a good image to send to the junior members that are working so hard for the NWO that night?
Yeah.
I don't think they're really worried about that. They're just there to do the grunt work.
And they're trying to get one of those red Solo cups.
Yeah, probably.
Also, can trillionaire Ted not spring for something classier than the red Solo cup?
Hey, man. Quick disposable, you know? Oh, fuck.
Sounds like the NWO.
Yeah.
And we go to our next match. As the Macho Man Randy Savage takes on Scott Flash Norton. And they just meet on the ramp and just start brawling.
I have memories of a year ago when Nitro first started.
Exactly. Norton hits a Samoan drop, that gets 2. And at this point, Eric Bischoff on commentary says that most of the roster is going to be in Japan next week, except for Macho. We'll get into more details on this later on in the show.
Why say that? Why?
Norton hits a powerbomb, that gets 2. Power slam, that gets 2. Norton hits a DDT, that gets 2. Hits the shoulder breaker, but Macho rolls to the outside.
I'm impressed with Norton.
And
I like his attitude.
I mean, he's been kind of a dick lately.
But, I mean, it's aggressive and that wins.
Well, he kind of lost the pay-per-view.
Kind of. I mean, that was bullshit.
In a submission match.
That was bullshit.
We go to the outside, and Macho's had enough of this. He's like, fuck this. Yeah. Chair shots! Yeah. Unprotected chair shots to the head! 3 of them to Norton's skull.
My joke is, one chair shot, you're fine. But if you hit 3 chair shots, that's when you get DQ'd.
Yeah.
Right?
Of course, he gets disqualified. Macho just starts running crazy, shoves Nick Patrick, pie faces him, and then runs to the back. That was kind of mean. I mean, Nick Patrick has been kind of questionable lately, but
I thought Nick Patrick's gonna attack him.
Jeez, God.
Yes, the man who wouldn't even stop DDP with a belt is going to get in the way of the Macho Man running absolutely batshit crazy.
Then? There was already a ref down there.
Because there's a man going crazy with chairs. Stop the damn match.
No. Patrick had other things on his mind.
This next match?
Yep.
Are you ready for it?
No.
Ladies and gentlemen, the premiere on Nitro of Glacier.
Oh, Jesus.
And let's see.
I can't believe they waited till hour 2.
Because you got to get the ratings up for this one. Everybody needs to see this overproduced fucking train wreck of an entrance. It is...
What the... The trainers was the best part. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
It's overproduced as fuck.
Oh, yes.
There's a laser light show. The lights are darkened with this blue hue. It snows.
Come on, man.
As he does the kata.
We've been waiting 8 months for Glacier.
I have a weird musical reference for this. Back in the 60s, the Beatles and the Beach Boys were out trying to outdo each other all the time. Rubber Soul was revolutionary.
Yeah.
And it gave way to Pet Sounds, which gave way to Sgt. Pepper's. Well, this is WWF and WCW in the 90s. Gold Dust gave way to Glacier, who eventually gave way to Kane.
Fuck. Also Steve Blackman somehow. But, oh, man.
I'll take your gold flakes and gold light. I'll put blue snow here. Yeah, well, we'll have red fucking light. How about that, motherfucker? That's our Sgt. Pepper's.
Okay, they did answer with green, though, with Mantis.
Oh, my God.
Who?
Mortis.
Mortis, yes, Mortis.
Who deader than Canyon?
Oh, God.
Who gave the cat?
Oh, wow.
Shit. By the way.
Hashtag which one was worse?
Glacier.
You know what I hate?
Big Bubba.
Hey, whoa.
Whoa. Ray Park's amazing.
Ray Trailer.
Ray Trailer, sorry.
Not Park. Trailer. Trailer Park.
Come on, you trash.
Yeah.
I hate this freaking mood lighting during a match.
Sin Cara treatment?
Yeah, I get Sin Cara lighting.
I am not a fan of mood lighting. Well, there are many things I enjoy mood lighting with.
Okay.
Wrestling is not
Ray Parks and
Fighting a man is
Ray
not
Trailer,
one of them.
yeah.
So one question: how fun would it be if he loses this match?
That would be awesome.
Oh, that would be amazing. But no, he's got to miss a whole bunch of kicks, eat a spine buster from Bubba, and then...
I loved Eric Bischoff's commentary. Did you see his little judo kick? Most people can't do that. It's like, shut up, Eric.
His round heel kick into a front kick. There are a lot of kicks.
The balance was really important on commentary.
Yeah.
He hits a lot of sweeps.
He's so quick.
And he hits a spinning side kick for 3. The winner, Glacier.
This blew chunks.
Can we,
And also got no response from the crowd.
Corey,
What?
this is Glacier's debut.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Run
yeah.
down.
Oh, yeah, we gotta do that, don't we? I feel like we've been doing this for 6
8 months.
Yeah. It's okay, Corey. Give us the Glacier bio.
Ray Lloyd is just a Southern independent wrestler, versed in a little bit of martial arts, so he fit the character Bischoff had in mind for this Mortal Kombat ripoff. Originally, Blood Runs Cold was supposed to be like a group of multiple Mortal Kombat guys that would be in their own Mortal Kombat ripoff division. With Bischoff, I understand the thought process. Mortal Kombat is really popular with kids. We'll try to make money off of that.
Yeah.
I get it. This blew chunks.
Oh, it was awful.
Really, that's pretty much all. I mean, he's nothing else of note. He's just a Southern independent wrestler.
Okay, so this is where I get to have my confession time here.
Okay.
He's confessions.
When I was growing up, I was pumped about Glacier from the promos. I was like, dude, this could be really fucking cool. Because, I'm a teenager. Mortal Kombat's huge. I'm like 13 at the time.
Yeah.
So, I'm right in the age group they're looking for here.
Yeah.
And I watched this. I distinctly remember watching this live.
I distinctly remember this one, too.
And you know what my thought process was afterwards?
What?
Wow, that was not good.
That's kind of a...
Wow. That wasn't good at all.
I distinctly remember watching this live.
Mm-hmm.
And I was at my friend's house. We always watch Nitro together. And we just were like, well, that was fucking terrible.
It's like,
God damn, that sucked.
wow.
I remember my friend saying, he belongs on Raw. Mm-hmm. Which was like the biggest insult at the time.
I think I might have actually turned it off after it.
Oh, it's terrible.
Because it was so bad. You know what was better? The Slim Jims commercial afterwards.
When we wait 8 months to see this debut of this one wrestler, and it's a white, blonde flat top guy, saying he knows 20 different styles of karate. And
all he does is sweep the leg.
Oh my goodness, it was so bad. But no, I feel bad that I turned it off because the rest of the show's really good.
Yeah,
because now we go back to our commentary crew, and they're starting to talk about the NWO demands because DiBiase came up to Bischoff before the show started for War Games for Fall Brawl, and said, "Hey, we're not under contract to work this show. Here's a couple more demands." But before he can get into what the demands are, out comes Sting. Real Sting, actually.
A man called Sting?
It is the actual man who's called Sting.
Man called Sting.
No music, though.
What?
Nope, no jacket, just him and his wrestling tights and his face paint. He comes out, and he gets a mic, and he faces away from the hard camera. And he talks to the fans about what happened last week, the betrayal of his friends, betrayal of WCW. And again, the entire time, his back is to the camera. His back is to WCW. He's only talking to the fans who stuck with him, not the commentators or the guys in the locker room, who thought he had betrayed him.
Or his best friend, he says.
Yes. And he says it's very simple. If you are one of those who stayed loyal, who didn't question me, I will always stand by you. But if you are one of the commentators or fans or wrestlers or best friend who question me and turn your backs on me, stick it. I'm done. I'm a free agent now. I'll be here when I need to be. You'll see me around, but I'll only be here when I have to. And he walks off.
Boom.
When you least expect, that's what he said. When you least expect it, he'll arrive.
I applaud Sting for this.
It's a money promo.
The WCW hung him out to dry.
Yeah, so?
Wait, literally, it is your franchise.
I didn't leave him out to hang and dry.
Well,
Everybody else
then
did.
he's going to stick by you.
Yeah.
But
WCW does really, 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 really need him.
I know.
And you know what else I really is interesting to me? Right after this, they go back to those WCW announcers, and instead of being like, you know what? we were completely wrong in this. They're like, what the fuck's with this guy? He turned his back to us the whole time. Screw this guy.
You know, he's they missed the point.
Yeah, completely.
They completely missed the point. But it's time for our next match. As the new tag team of Marcus Alexander Bagwell and Chris Jericho.
American Males 3.0.
Well, Can-Am Mills, really.
Can-Am Mills.
American.
Males.
Take on the team of Arn Anderson and Ric Flair.
Gee, I wonder who is going to win.
With women
match.
and Miss Elizabeth. Oh, wait.
Nope.
Back in the back. Can-Am Males come out first. And Ric Flair's music hits. Nobody comes out. We got to the back, and Liz does not want to go out. She just can't do it. She's too afraid.
Scared.
And she leaves the horseman out to dry, and they have to come
Arn
out.
seems cool with it, but Flair's kind of being a dick about it.
Oh, yeah, because he's been having fun with that fuck money.
The fuck's money's gone, man.
So, by the way, welcome to Horsemanville.
No, yeah. Fucking
You
Astro.
think? My goodness, this is beautiful. So they finally get to the ring, Woman, Arn, and Flair. And they cut back to Sean Waltman, who's in the stands, and he has this like obnoxiously large metal box, and he pushes a button on it, and then we wait, then something. You see what? Are there flyers coming down from the ceiling?
Yes, there are.
Slowly trickling down from the ceiling at an obnoxiously slow rate? Why, yes. And, Joe, what are these flyers for?
Not for WCW. And it's trash. They're littering. They're drink. It's for the NWO.
Yeah.
Okay? First, they're drinking outside.
We've done it again.
Public intoxication. And then they're loitering now with flyers
Littering?
that no one wants.
No, we've done it again. We took another high-priced free agent out of WCW's hands, and now the NWO is even stronger.
After 5 or 6 minutes of trying to clean up the ring so they could actually wrestle a match, we do get our start. And I am super just happy. Because the two men who start the match are Jericho and Arn Anderson. You know, two people who were on the Toshi 10.
Yes.
A 10 count available here on NoCellEntertainment.com, as well as SoundCloud, iTunes, and YouTube, of my 10 favorite wrestlers of all time.
Oh, yes.
And I'm just sitting there with a big old grin on my face. And you know what? They're really fucking good together.
Yeah. I mean, and this is even young, like, still not completely with it, Jericho.
Yeah, and it's still better than 90% of the roster.
Oh, yeah.
Better than almost anything that's happening on WWF, that's for damn sure. Jericho with the missile dropkick, that gets 2. Then a nice spin heel kick. We hear about one of the demands, the extra demand that was made by the NWO. They want their own show. And according to Eric, they're going to get it because he had to make the demand to make sure they showed up for the match last night. And because the NWO won, they're going to get their own show.
DiBiase, a good negotiator.
He knows the right time to push the button.
Oh, he's good at what he does.
Might be called Thunder or something.
Thunder in Paradise?
Yeah.
That sounds like a Hogan show.
Yep.
We also know that after Nitro, we're going to get a chance to watch NFL head coach, the man behind the men.
This looks stupid.
Yeah, it does.
You know what doesn't look stupid? Double A Spinebuster.
No.
Right on Jericho. Oh, that thing was pretty. Then guillotines him under the bottom rope. Then we get the beautiful horseman abdominal stretch. Then outside, it's the NWO and Waltman. And they're coming out of the limo.
How the hell did he get outside already?
Well, he left after he dumped the
Flyers.
graffiti.
And they're playing the tape of the voiceover work they used to play to make Sting look like Sting last week. Or fake Sting look like Sting last week. And fake Sting's there as well, and everybody's having a jocular time. Damn jocularity. Back in, RD sees Jericho on the outside. That looks stiff. Back in, Bagwell is a house of fire. Clicking on all cylinders. Hits a fucking perfect plex on Arn. and bridges it into the pin. Except for Arn's not the legal guy.
What?
So the ref doesn't count. Nick Patrick, noticing that it's not the right guy, just counts 1, 2, like a 5 count. Then Flair kicks Bagwell out of it. Woman then rakes the eyes of Bagwell when he rolls up Flair. Arn then DDTs Bagwell. Flair then, with the woman-assisted figure 4, nothing Bagwell can do. Gets his shoulders to the mat for the 1, 2, 3. Your winner, the Horseman, in Horseman Country, because the Horsemen are in Horseman Country.
That'll change.
I don't think anything has ever changed. I'm pretty sure in 2017 even, North Carolina is Horseman Country.
That's not what I was talking about.
The fans rooting for the Horsemen in Horseman Country?
No, that's not what I'm talking about.
Okay.
Your assertion that Flair and them must always win because it's...
Flair.
Yeah.
Flair's in Horseman Country.
You're going to have a lot of fun the next 4 years on this podcast.
Yes, I am. Because you know what? This podcast is fun.
It is.
By the way, we had a Horseman match. What should we follow it up with?
More Horsemen?
More Horsemen! So, tag team main event as Mongo and Chris Benoit with Deborah. Take on the team of Lex and Sting. Sting, who has left the building.
Oh, yeah, he left, man. You guys fucked that up big time.
I can't.
Shit.
Oh my God. Lex is by himself.
Wait, can we get another tag team partner for him?
I don't think so.
He's going to do this 2-on-1.
He's going to show what's up.
Handicap match. As Mongo and Chris Benoit with Deborah take on Lex Luger. And before the match starts, Eric talks about everybody again going to Japan. Runs down like the entire roster of who's going. And Hina's just going there. Why are you telling them this?
And I agree with what Bischoff said. It's like, they're going to know anyway.
Hey, WCW didn't know that Sting was in Japan. Maybe the NWO won't know that the entire roster's in Japan.
I think that in the 4 months this feud's been going on, one side has looked incredibly more intelligent and with it than the other one. I think they know.
Joe, rebuttal?
No.
Exactly.
Anyways, basically the numbers game for Lex is just too much to start with. The Horsemen have the advantage from the word go. But eventually he fires up. Power slams Benoit. Puts him up in the rack. But then Flair runs in.
Woo!
Arn runs in.
Woo!
He's able to hold him off for a bit, but yeah, it's 4-on-1. Mongo chop block, and it's just a beat down all of a sudden. Just too much.
I don't understand why these guys are jumping Lex. He was there for the...
He let him down.
games.
He gave up.
He quit. Also, he and Sting vowed that they would get the job done. They didn't.
That was the ultimatum.
And you know what you never do? You never cross the Horseman.
Particularly Benoit.
Yeah, that would be a bad idea. By the way, the NWO has sent official word, by carrier pigeon, I assume, that the newest member of the NWO, Mr. Sean Waltman, will now be referred to as Six. Because, you know, he's the sixth guy. And
There you go. I mean...
Oh, and then we go to the outside. Because basically they just cut away from Lex getting his ass kicked for 15 minutes. And it's the NWO back in the limo? Out of the limo? In the limo? They've gone through in and out of that limo more times than I can even count. And Hogan's talking about, well, it sounds like they're going to be a little low staffed next week for Nitro. But guys, I think I can get us tickets.
That's good.
And
Hogan's generous.
Six is like, oh my goodness, that'd be so awesome. Can I get a chance to meet Macho? He's my favorite wrestler of all time.
It's a markout moment.
And he's like, you know what? I know a guy. I might even be able to get us backstage passes. And that's how Nitro ends. Joe, it's not looking good.
It's not looking good right now.
But hopefully next week they can fight back with all of the 3 guys they're going to have in the
I don't know what you
arena.
guys are talking about. I thought this was a great show.
No, I don't think so. I think this was a damn pity.
Let's just say it's not looking good right now for the WCW.
Must have been watching different shows, though.
Hopefully Raw
Are you really going to say that?
boosts the morale around here.
Hey, there's always a chance.
There is a chance. We need to have more positivity towards Raw.
We do.
I think that's something we've done is we've looked at Raw too negatively. The power of positivity. So, going to Raw in its last week in Wheeling, West Virginia. And we get our setup, and actually it's a good setup. A nice intro package about the 4 men who are left in the IC title tournament. The 2 semifinal matches happening tonight. Gorilla Monsoon is going to be live via satellite to give us an update on what's going on with the whole Diesel Razor thing. And Bret Hart taped some comments after his match in South Africa, which was actually the last match on his contract.
Oh, fuck. I can't wait to hear what he has to say.
So all of that and more tonight on Raw. And we're going to kick it off with our first match, which is not part of the IC title tournament.
Of course not.
What?
No, instead, Jake the Snake Roberts is out.
Oh, fuck.
Great.
First thing he does when he hits the ring, gets out of the ring and chases King around the ring for a while.
Is this Jake the Snake from Main Event?
No. This is 1996 Raw, Jake the Snake.
No.
And he's taking on a newcomer.
Young upstart Joe Gomez?
No. Remember the Iron Sheik and Backlund had a guy
Yeah.
who's going to come in and easily take the WWF title?
Yeah.
Well, he's going to take the WWF title.
Thank you very much.
The WWW.
Backlund does clear it up today. His WWF title is going after. And his name is The Sultan.
You know what's funny about this Sultan?
What is that?
It's something in his eyes, but he looks pretty familiar.
I mean,
I don't know what you're talking about. I think he's going to come in here and make a difference.
but can you back that up?
He could probably back that up.
Want to do a Sultan rundown?
Yes.
Let's do a Sultan rundown.
The Sultan
Okay, Corey.
was just on TV 5 months prior as Fatu Make a Difference. And of course, formerly Fatu of the Head Shrinkers, the Samoan SWAT team, just repackaged as an Iranian?
Why?
With a really long braid.
Yeah.
Why?
They thought he was talented enough to keep around. The Fatu Make a Difference storyline was not successful, and they decided,
At
well...
all.
So they basically shaved his head and gave him like a rat tail?
Yes. We need to do something completely different with him, so... Here, hopefully people won't recognize him in this, which failed miserably.
Also, he has a mask on because allegedly his tongue was cut out.
Yeah, that's a weird storyline.
Yeah, that's stupid. Backward on commentary for this, which is always nice.
Oh, Christ.
Crazy Backlund.
By the way, JR promises a bombshell tonight. And Jake seems just more concerned with King than he does with the Sultan. So, King, in the greatest bit of interference ever, takes one of those little mini travel bottles like Jack Daniels, flings it at Jake Roberts. He's completely perplexed by this. Why it's not opening in his mouth, I guess, according to King. And Sultan stacks from behind. He makes him humble with the camel clutch and gets the win.
Yeah, he does.
The Sultan wins in his introductory match. Cool.
We're 0 for 1 so far.
Hey, it's Pillman and Owen.
Wait on, hey, whoa. You're forgetting, like, Mr. Crazy Bob at the very end.
Oh, you can't understand. What?
Yeah, JR asked him the question. He's like, huh? And they ask him again. Come again? And then Lawler's like, fuck it. I'm going to go off on a rant about Jake the Snake.
Yeah.
But anyways, Pillman and Owen in the back with a little commentary here. Basically, it's the same promo they cut last week.
Yeah.
Except for this time, Owen, where's your cast?
Where's his cast?
Oh, that must be better.
Must be.
That's good.
Finally.
Then Austin shows up just to talk smack about Bret Hart.
What?
Because why not?
What?
And we, oh, by the way, Raw tonight brought to you by Tekken 2 for the PlayStation.
What?
There you go.
That's an okay game.
What?
And we get our next match, tag team action, as the Smoking Guns with Sunny take on the team of the Pug and Bob Holly.
Who?
The Pug, Alex Porto.
Remember that guy you can never remember that you've seen, but we've seen him like 4 times?
I've seen them already.
Yes!
Holy hell.
Multiple times. He was on like 2 weeks ago, wasn't he?
Yeah,
I can't, like, every time I see this guy, it's new to me every time.
you're
Yeah.
not the only one.
It's
You're not the only one, buddy.
Okay, because once again, I'm going to go, I have no idea who this guy is, and this is the first time I've seen him.
He sucks, and that's pretty much all I have.
we've seen him multiple times here though, right?
Yeah, no, about 2 or 3 times he's
Yeah.
been on Raw.
Every time I see him, I go, who the fuck is this guy?
He's a jobber.
Okay.
But
He's
anyway.
the Pug.
Yeah. Sunny graces us with the giant picture of herself,
Oh, Jesus.
automatically making West Virginia look better.
That's easy to do.
Oh, you also get the fall lineup about to premiere for WWF, starting with Blast Off, then Livewire, Challenge, Superstars, and Raw. Corey, between Blast Off and Livewire, what should I watch?
Livewire. I don't even remember Blast Off.
Yeah, and then Challenge is just in syndication, right?
Yeah, and Challenge by this point is just a recap show of what happened.
Blast Off was only on WGN.
That's right. I remember seeing that. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think it lasted long though.
Okay, that makes sense.
And I believe much. And I know. Now that I'm thinking about it, you know what I believe Blast Off was? I believe Blast Off was just the syndicated challenge, but specifically made for Chicago.
Could have been. By the way, you should totally watch the first episode of Livewire, as it's hosted by Sonny and Jim Cornette.
Who the fuck thought that was a good pairing to host a show?
My question is, what was Jim Cornette's reaction when he heard this?
What?
Yeah. What the fuck?
Oh, there is a third member of that commentary team for Livewire, Todd Pettengill,
Holy fuck.
who didn't get inverted edgewise, I assume.
Yeah.
Oh, I've seen a Livewire clips online, and it's like Vince Russo was
Yeah.
part of it.
Yep.
As I think like he was a executive.
In fact, they changed the. And this is going ahead, but I have to tell.
Yeah.
They changed the ending to the Royal Rumble match in '97 because of Vince Russo on Livewire.
Oh, that's awesome.
Because he, like an idiot,
Gave it away.
no, yeah, he goes. They go, well, who do you think's going to win the Rumble? He's like, well, it's going to be Austin or Bret Hart, of course. Come on, they're the guy. He's the guy they're pushing.
Shit.
And that's why, God damn it.
There is also the first guest is Brian Pillman.
That's a good idea.
Brian Pillman, Jim Cornette,
a live
Sonny.
microphone with Jim Cornette, Sonny, and Brian Pillman.
And then another one, a little clip I've seen of Livewire. It was Sonny, but Shawn Michaels is on the. And there was just like, oh, let's see where this goes to.
A couple lines of coke and
And some hardcore penetration.
exactly.
And she's putting makeup on her lips the whole time.
Yeah,
She's getting ready.
she's getting ready.
JR,
That's in her book.
Oh, I know. Oh, I know. Back in the day, man, coke-filled hormones.
back to the show. JR tells
Livewire?
no
Keep
to
going.
Raw
Oh, okay.
because JR has a special announcement next week. Live on Raw will be the in-ring return of Razor Ramon
Hey,
and
yo.
Big Daddy Cool Diesel. They will be in that ring in Hershey, Pennsylvania.
This guy, what a fucking carnival barker this guy is.
By the way, there is also we're in the tag match, aren't we? There's been nothing to speak of.
No.
But then Owen, Bulldog, and Cornette come down with chairs and refreshments and sit ringside.
Jeff, we're not talking about this match because there's nothing to talk about this match. It is the Smoking Guns versus Bob Holly, and a guy we've seen three times, and I don't remember him anytime.
But that's the best part. So because the Camp Cornette's out there, the Guns are trying to show off for him, I guess. Bart hits a running power slam on the Pug, then lifts his head up at 2. Holly hits the Hurricane Rana on Billy. That gets 2. Eventually, the guns hit the Sidewinder on Holly. And they start getting into it with Camp Cornette. They knock the soda out of Owen's hands. And then Bob Holly comes up behind Billy Gunn, rolls him up against the 3. Your winner, the Pug, and Bob Holly. Spark plug in the Pug.
What the fuck?
And nobody gives 2 fucking shits.
Oh, by the way, it's Camp Cornette versus the Smoking Guns for the tag titles at Mind Games. If you're wondering what that was all about.
Oh.
We get our promo for Superstars.
How about that?
And then we get Gorilla Monsoon live via satellite. And he tells us that next week on Raw, you will not, I repeat, not see Scott Hall or Kevin Nash. They are both under contract with another wrestling organization. We are not going to mention them by name. Mm-hmm. So they are on contract with them. There's nothing to see here. And this is just JR. It's gone a little too far here. And he has bamboozled us. Hoodwinked. Run amok. JR, you can hear JR storm off during this. Either his chair or his headset fit in. And he just storms off during this. We then get to in the ring where we have the King, Cornette, and Vader. And Vader's been training Cornette, getting ready for that match on Sunday. And for our entertainment, he is going to have a public workout with Tony Williams. And, you know, he's trying to do moves, and Tony keeps on countering them. He goes a little too hard on Cornette. So Vader comes in and beats the shit out of the kid. That's all that was. Oh!
So Raw's not doing so well.
But hey! Remember that IC tournament we're supposed to be doing?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, let's get to the semifinal matches.
Okay.
Our first match. Mark Marrow and Sable. Or with Sable, I should say. Takes on Owen Hart, who now has the cast back. I guess he just wanted to make sure it's protected during the match.
Yeah.
There was I will say prior to this match, there was a pretty loud Sable chant.
Yeah, she's pretty much the most everything in this entire
And
match.
I will say, looking at her in that dress, she was a sight to behold.
Hey now.
And JR, who has now returned to commentary, he says she does look pretty good for Jezebel. Or no, that was Sunny.
Yeah.
He likes Sable. Sable's a class act. They had a good time in South Africa. And JR has come out with a friend of his to join him on commentary. And that would be the first ever Intercontinental Champion, Pat Patterson, who will be refereeing the finals of the Intercontinental Tournament next week on Raw. Not on the pay-per-view, but next week on Raw.
Yeah, because why would you have it on the pay-per-view?
Son of a bitch.
But you know what's funny is I loved how Patterson didn't know what to say. And he's like, I don't know who's gonna win this match. Both talents are good.
JR tells the truth.
I believe you, JR. Still don't know who's gonna win this match.
Yeah. He's fucking lost.
Yeah. Owen had a nice spin heel kick. It's the butterfly suplex that gets 2. By the way, Gorilla's still here. And
Attention, JR. I'm still on the line right now.
and they get into a little debate. Meanwhile, Owen hits a missile dropkick that gets 2. We get our promo for Mind Games because, there's a pay-per-view this weekend. Miro, that somersault plunge to the outside, comes back in, slingshot press, that gets 2. Into the match, Owen, with the ref flustered, not able to see, hits Miro over the head with the cast. That gets 2. He had taken the cast off and just hit him with a foreign object. Turn around, Miro picks up the cast, clocks Owen with it in full view of the ref, and gets the 1, 2, 3. Your winner, Mark Marrow. Because that's who I want to see in the finals of this fucking thing. Mark Marrow.
I will say this. This match had potential in the beginning, but then, halfway, it hit a wall.
It did.
And then I'm like, all right, I'm done.
I think it also wasn't helped by all the things happening outside.
Yeah.
All the commentary stuff. With this, we go to a review of what happened in South Africa over the weekend. Austin and Triple H went out on safari. Savio was with the
Hey, you
kids.
saw Triple H on TV for like 2 seconds.
Yeah.
It feels like this Raw review is going longer than the Nitro one.
And no, it's only like 5 minutes.
We've only done the Raw for about 10 minutes now.
I'm almost done.
It seems
Thank
way longer
God.
than that.
There was some wrestling that happened, including Bret Hart's last match under contract.
All right.
And then we get comments from Bret Hart,
Yeah.
who says Pillman's a fucking liar. So is Owen, and he still hates Owen's guts. And he has no plans of being in Philadelphia on Sunday because he's not under contract. He's not sure what he's going to do.
What a dick. By the way, this little Brett promo was the drizzling shit. It's
Right?
like, Owen, I won't be there at the pay-per-view. You liar.
Yeah, it wasn't a lot of heartfelt there.
You're doing it a disservice. I mean, this
I went word for word, and that's the way the pacing he did.
this promo made Lance Storm sound like Hulk Hogan on Saturday Night's Main Event.
If you could be serious for a moment.
And that's how emotionless and devoid of charisma this was.
Why the fuck does he have to be charismatic? He's not on contract anymore.
That's true.
By the way, why were there edits in this promo?
Because of how many times he flubbed his lines.
Think about it. You know how long Brett bitches? This was probably a 30-minute rant.
Because
that they had to shorten
he-
The
down.
unedited
Like-
shoot.
Yeah.
Legit, it'd be like Owen, and then you see a giant flash, like they cut it, and then he's like, "I won't be there this Sunday." Cut, you liar.
Yeah.
Cut, Pillman. I don't know where you get your information
It
from.
is.
Cut.
It is pretty bad. It's
This is like an action scene in Taken. How many cuts there are?
Yeah.
well. I'm gonna be honest. You know what I haven't missed since March 31st?
Bret Hart.
Bret Hart.
Yeah.
About that.
Yeah, he's leaving,
yeah.
so it's fine.
There you go. We get a Livewire promo, and it's time for our main event. The second semifinal in the Intercontinental title tournament, as Farouk with Sonny takes on Sid, who's still over as fuck.
Oh yeah.
Even though there are a lot of empty seats now in Wheeling, West Virginia.
Well, we're like hour 4 of the taping now. And people are like, you know what? It's like 205 live up in that bitch at this point.
Except for without as good of a talent base.
What's funny about this is during the match, they go, "We have an interview with Taker." I'm like, how? How much longer is this damn
I'm
Raw?
thinking that they've had like 4 matches, an in-ring cornet segment, 2 like interviews, and we still have Taker?
Yeah.
Fuck.
Oh, that's not even the last promo of the night.
I know, what the fuck?
So anyways, Farouk hits a power slam. Sid just fucking no-sells the fuck out of it. Then Farouk with a nice back suplex that gets 2. Then Ahmed Johnson has words for Farouk. I don't know what they were because you can't...
I did not understand, and I think the
That's
last
terrible.
line he was like, "I'm gonna kick your ass" or something like that. That's like
something
the
like that.
only thing I've...
It was something completely indecipherable.
Then Sid catches Farouk coming off the top with a power slam that gets 2. Farouk with a diving headbutt picks up Sid going for the Dominator, but Sid slides out the back, counters with a choke slam. Farouk, while Sonny has the ref entertained, gets Sid with a couple of chair shots, but that only gets 2. Sid's fuck this. Chair shots to Farouk.
Sid no-sells the chair shots, and he legit puts the chair on Farouk's back, like just lays it on his back, and the ref calls the bell.
And then he comes down with it with an actual shot.
Right?
Kind of cut the cord there a little quick. But anyways, your winner by disqualification and advancing to the finals, Farouk. So it's Farouk versus Mark Marrow next Monday on Raw for the Intercontinental Championship.
Oh boy.
Right?
We then get a Taker promo where basically this will be Goldust's final curtain call in the premiere of the new Undertaker.
American Badass?
Not quite. Then we get the review of the card for Sunday with the most grotesque 3D modeled skull thingy-bobber.
When Mankind's mask.
Oh, that was just disturbing. You know what else was disturbing? The card.
No Vader, no Sid, no Marrow, no Helmsley, no Farouk.
Yeah. That's gonna be fun.
God damn.
And by the way, your co-main event is Lothario versus Cornette match.
All right.
And then we get a Paul Bearer Mankind promo,
Oh, yeah.
which is really fucking hard to hear, but also really disturbing.
You
also
think
seems
I'm
to just-
cute? I know I'm sexy.
That was fucked up.
That was-
Also, it just seemed like it cut off in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah.
Like, we're not.
Yeah, it's-
Was it like Mankind like choking himself?
Yeah, he was like choking himself.
Have a nice day.
autoerotic
He was
asphyxiation.
autoerotic asphyxiation while Paul Bearer sings "Sexy Boy."
Well, Paul Bear is sweating because he's in the boiler room.
Most awkward promo ever.
But-
And that's your go home to the
I
pay
think
per
that's
view.
my favorite moment of the entire Raw. Is
it's by far the best
Paul
moment.
Bear sweating, Mankind choking himself, Paul Bear singing "Sexy Boy."
Just by far the best part of the show. I mean, it's not even close.
Not even close. So, even though that was entertaining, Nitro still beat it by a fucking
fuck.
landslide.
Yes.
By like a landslide.
So the question is, was it also a landslide in the ratings?
Let's go back a week, shall we? WCW got a 3.7. Monday Night Raw got a 2.4.
Yes.
This week, WCW got a 3.7.
Okay.
Monday Night Raw got a 2.1.
Ew.
So there was less people watching, and all of them left Raw.
Yeah.
Yep.
Nobody left WCW.
Yep.
We call that, you're fucked. That's a point and a half. That's a 1.6 beat down.
Oh, you're a sexy boy.
On the go home to your pay-per-view.
You-
Which, by the way, has one of the worst fucking cards I've ever seen for a pay-per-view.
You remember the throwaway that you were saying that was Fall Brawl
Yeah.
with its card?
Yeah.
Ended up being one of the best of all, or best we've seen. I'm saying we're not going to get that out of Mind Games.
No.
You're a sexy boy.
This is going to be a really, really interesting pay-per-view war stories next week. But before we get to next week and the pay-per-view war stories, we must end the show as we always do with the award show.
Da 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 da.
I think I'm cute.
You know I'm sexy.
Oh yes.
Well, that was enough to cause nightmares for half the world.
Right?
And
I'm aroused.
there's the other half.
I'm very aroused.
So, let's go ahead and start with match of the night. For me, this is pretty easy.
Oh yeah.
My question is, will anybody else join me on the train of Juventud Guerrera and Rey Mysterio Jr.?
Yeah, that's my match.
Yeah, that's my match.
Yeah, okay. That was easy. Worst match of the night. Here's the thing. I'm not going to Raw for this one.
Oh, I am.
I am.
Okay, where are you going then, Joe?
I'm going to do the Smoking Guns and Job Squad 1.0.
Okay, that's legit.
I feel you, but I'm going in a slightly different direction.
Okay.
Sid and Farouk.
Ooh, it was not as good as it could have been. I'm going in an even different direction. Hugh Morris and Brad Armstrong. Because, fuck, that was stupid.
Still was way better than either of the ones we just mentioned.
Why was it on Nitro, though?
Well, you gotta fill 2 hours somehow.
Yeah, hashtag push Alex Wright.
Well, yeah.
MVP of the night. This could be an interesting one. I'm going to go ahead and start with Corey this time.
That is an interesting one. I'm gonna go with Sean Waltman making a hell of a debut.
That is a very important debut. Very good way to go. I'm actually going to go next.
Go ahead.
I'm taking the man they call Sting.
Ah, you bastard.
That's a great promo.
That's a great pick.
I was gonna pick Sting too, so I'll
Okay.
do Sting.
He had the best. I'm going to say, it's the most important storyline outside of the NWO right now going on in WCW. And what happens over the next few months is going to be a lot of fun to talk about. That being said, I mean, he was only on for like a 30-second promo. Can we give the Moadib to Moadib, or is somebody else getting that Moadib of the night?
I would love to give it to Moadib, but I can't in clear conscience.
Okay.
I just... Am I gonna...
Are you gonna?
Yeah, Mark Merrow.
Ooh, Mark Merrow, very nice.
It's just... He's in the finals of the Intercontinental title tournament, and he has shown me nothing in either of the two tournament matches.
Yeah,
This should have been a really good match with Owen Hart. And it was at best there.
Which is saying something with a fucking Owen Hart match. Joe, will you follow suit?
My motive. I gotta do Smoking Guns. You lose to the Job Squad.
The Pug and you mean hashtag Spark Plug? Spark Pug.
Spark Pug.
Spark Pug.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it was awful. That was bad.
Yeah.
My Moadib of the night, though, I'm gonna go with Jake Roberts.
Ugh.
Because why not? Jake Roberts on TV and he's the drizzling shits in 1996.
You know what I think ruined him on this? I mean, not that anything would have helped him, but I think what really hurt him is that we watched those Saturday night's main events last week.
Where he's really fucking good.
And then this comes back on, you're like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Oh, Jake, what happened?
What the hell?
Well, we're not going to the what the hell moments next, Joe, because you know what we're going to next. What the fuck?
Okay. Come to me. I'll do
I always go to you first.
Oh, you
I
always
always
do.
go to you first.
I forget that. My what the fuck is to Monday Night Raw. Mm-hmm. This is your go-home show to your pay-per-view.
Yes.
How many times do they mention the main event for the pay-per-view on Raw?
I don't remember them ever doing it.
Once.
And it's the end.
Yeah.
Okay, so you do that. So you have one promo for your pay-per-view.
Yeah.
Of the pay-per-view promo saying, hey, this is the main event. No, they did it twice because they did
the card
Mankind and the card rundown. And then
which were literally back to back in the last 3 minutes of the show.
And then you have a promo of Mankind at the end of the show. Mm-hmm. Where my what the fuck is where is Shawn Michaels? Your heavyweight champion.
Fucking Sonny.
Where is he? Shouldn't he be on the show at least?
I think he'd already worked like 3 of the 4 Raws on this tape.
This is true. He got the fuck out of Wheeling, West Virginia.
But still, it's that you got your main event, your showstopper, your top guy, your man in charge, the guy that runs the new generation, and he's nowhere to be seen on your go-home show to the pay-per-view that he is main eventing, while you don't even mention the damn main event. You're too busy with Jim Cornette versus Jose, 1,000-year-old bean picker.
Wow!
That's what Jim Cornette calls him.
Oh, God.
But no sign of a...
I want to see his what the fuck go even more, so I want to do something, okay?
Okay.
This doesn't spoil anything about the pay-per-view.
Yeah.
It doesn't spoil anything for that. But you want to hear... You want to further expound on your word of Shawn Michaels, as the world champion, guess what?
Huh?
He doesn't even wrestle on the next pay-per-view.
What?
Yes.
Not Mind Games, the one after it.
Yeah, the October one, he doesn't even wrestle.
What the fuck?
Okay, actually, I'm going to say something kind of controversial here.
Yeah.
I don't mind that. I kind of like the New Japan idea where...
With the roster as it is,
that's
you need
true.
him to wrestle.
You do, but I kind of like how in New Japan, this is probably more of a no-sell podcast than the Monday Night War Stories thing, but both are available on nosellentertainment.com. I kind of like it when the champ doesn't do the title more, a couple months at a time.
I mean, I get that, but with this roster depth,
you need it.
So,
speaking of which, Corey, what the fuck?
Well, it's kind of in line with his. I mean, goddamn, we just got off a pay-per-view from WCW where admittedly they didn't put a lot of work into the entire card, but goddamn, they sure had that main event and the Savage Giant match ready to go and booked strong.
Yeah.
And on this one, I mean, fuck, this is terrible. This is maybe the weakest pay-per-view card I've seen in possibly ever.
Weren't you saying the same thing about International Incident?
Yeah.
And this is worse?
Jim Cornette versus Jose Lothario.
Yeah.
And Jerry Lawler against a guy who's never wrestled before.
You have a very valid point. This is going to be bad.
Yeah. I mean,
hey, at least you have that Bret Hart interview. Oh, wait, that's right. He just put the kibosh on that. Damn!
No, he's not wrestling either.
Oh, son of a bitch! Okay. Well, again, still please tune into the pay-per-view war stories for Mind Games.
We'll make it fun.
Oh, it's going to be a riot.
We'll make it fun. And there's a lot to talk about, in all fairness.
But I guess that leaves me with my what the fuck. And as much as it pains me, because I don't know if I respect many more commentators more than Larry Zbyszko. But my what the fuck has to go to Larry Zbyszko. What in the world are you doing continuously emasculating Sting?
I mean, in all fairness, your what the fuck could not be so much Larry Zbyszko, but the entire WCW.
This is very true. Actually, I think Mike Tenay is the only one who doesn't try to cut off his balls.
Right.
Well, Tony Schiavone, because he's trying to lick them.
Yeah.
But, shit! I mean, all he does... And really, it is the entire commentary team for the most part. A little bit with Brain. You get way more with Bischoff than you thought you would.
He just turned his back on us, that little fucking cocksucker.
Like, okay, everybody just doubted you. Your best friend mistook you for somebody else and called you a backstabbing bastard. And, yeah, he's butthurt about it. Who the fuck would it be? I'm just,
You come up with good points.
Literally shooting yourselves. I can't even say you're shooting yourselves in the foot. You are shooting yourself repeatedly in the dick. And just trying to murder yourself by repeatedly shooting yourself in the dick. This is how stupid of what you're doing.
In the dick.
In the dick. Joey, can you get on the cases, please? We need WCW a little bit stronger here, because this is getting into a one-sided argument here. I don't like this one bit.
I'm working on it.
We want fair and balanced here.
I'm trying to.
The thing is, I mean...
we're in a slump.
As a proud endorser of the New World Order, I can't even say so much that we're defeating you as you incompetent boobs are defeating yourselves.
Not cool, bro.
But here's the thing, Joe. We have to remember that everything is a pendulum. And though it is on the side of NWO now, eventually the pendulum has to swing back to WCW's favor. Right? Right?
Yeah, I think so. We'll get there.
We'll get there. But where we have gotten is to the end of another Monday Night War story. Thank you very much for listening. Make sure you're telling everyone that they can check these out on SoundCloud, iTunes, YouTube, and NoCellEntertainment.com, where you can also find next week's Monday Night War story, where we'll be coming off of Mind Games for the WWF. So, hey, live in a new town with Razor and Diesel.
But remember what I told you about the next set of tapings being the absolute nadir.
Oh, shit, that's right. Hey, Nitro's still here. And wait, oh, crap, everybody's in Japan.
I don't know. I think that might make for a very interesting episode.
Yeah, I weep for the future. You know what else I weep for? Us having to watch Mind Games.
Yeah.
Which you'll find out about next week on the pay-per-view war story. Is also available here on SoundCloud, iTunes, YouTube, and
to be honest, I am very much looking forward to your two reviews. Your guys' reviews.
Oh, the podcast is going to be amazing. Maybe not so much the watch.
And then I have no doubt you guys will lambaste me for the fact that I once paid $75 for a VHS copy of In Your House Mind Games.
Why?
Well, because before DVDs, I was a tape collector, like most wrestling hardcore fans. And that is one of the rarest of the rare Coliseum home video releases.
Oh, shit.
So you really, if you were serious about collecting, you had to pony up some bucks to get Mind Games.
Okay, so we'll see if it was worth all the pennies.
Oh, it wasn't.
Damn completionist.
Because that's also, I mean, I had never seen it either.
Yeah.
Back then it wasn't as easy as it is now to see every pay-per-view, right?
Mm-hmm.
So
Did have $9.99.
to be perfectly honest, I didn't buy Mind Games Live.
This is true.
So until I bought it, like in the early 2000s, I had never seen Mind Games.
Okay. And then you finally watched it, and we'll get more into that next week. And for more information on that, you can also follow us on the Twitter at NoCellENT. We're on Instagram at NoCellENT, Snapchat NoCellPodcast, Facebook.com/NoCellEntertainment. Contact us at NoCellEntertainment.com's email address. You can find all of these links on the Contact Us page at NoCellEntertainment.com. You can also reach us individually on the Twitter. Joe?
At Dasheen.
The Dashing, actually.
No?
Did you drop the the?
No, there's no the.
It was when I found you earlier.
Oh, was there?
Yeah.
Oh, the Dasheen.
Because I looked for Dashing when I sent you that thing, couldn't find it. I put the in, and I'm like, oh, there he is.
It might be the. I don't know. I change like every other day.
I was like,
so-
Joe's Twitter is an ever-evolving mess.
It is the Dashing right now.
Yes. One that's never changing.
Hey, yeah, it is. It's the Dasheen.
Good job, Joe. Good job. What about you, Corey?
That kayfabe guy.
Always a good place to get some information. And, of course, you can follow me on Twitter at TheMackTheMAACK, where there may be a tweet or two about donuts. And with that being said, for Producer Zen, for Dashing Joseph Lessel, for the Human Wrestling Database Corey Mack, I am the Onitoshi Jeff Mack. Good night.